Yo, what's up, gamers? This is Scruffy the Janitor here, and all I wanted was a quiet morning coffee. And now the Breakroom TV's yelling at me about free Fallout and XCOM codes. Turns out Amazon Prime Gaming just dropped its October freebies, and this month's lineup might be one of their best yet. So let's check out what Amazon's handing out while the coffee machine still thinks it's downloading an update. But before I get lost trying to install the GOG catalog on the Office printer again, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss any of the best gaming deals, freebies, or chaos we find in this break room every week. Now, if you don't know what Prime Gaming actually is, it's a perk that comes with Amazon Prime subscription. Every month they give you a rotating lineup of free PC games, in-game bonuses, and exclusive items for stuff like Apex, League, or Diablo. You just connect your Amazon account to Twitch or the Amazon Games app, claim the titles, and they're yours to keep as long as you've got Prime. Think of it as a secret loot crate Amazon hides behind your shipping discounts. And on the bright side, you also get to keep the games even after your Prime subscription runs out. Now let's talk about what dropped on October 2nd and is available now. Dungeons & Dragons: Dragon Strike with GOG code. This is a deep cut from D&D history, originally released in 1990 and set in the Dragonlance universe back when tactical studies rules still ruled tabletop gaming. Instead of rolling dice, you're flying dragons in first-person dogfights, strafing enemy wyverns, shooting fireballs, and managing altitude and stamina like a medieval flight sim. It's old school janky and absolutely fascinating if you want to see how developers tried to bring tabletop fantasy into the early PC era. The GOG release even includes the original manual and digital extras, basically a museum piece for D&D fans. Tormented Souls also became free on October 2nd with the Amazon Games app. If you ever missed the classical survivor horror formula of the PS2 era, this is your fix. Tormented Souls is a deliberate throwback. Fixed camera angles, cryptic puzzles, limited saves, and inventory management that'll make you sweat bullets. You play as Caroline Walker, trapped in an eerie hospital with disturbing creatures, missing twins, and an atmosphere thick enough to chew. It's got that mix of gothic architecture and body horror that would make both Resident Evil and Silent Hill fans nod in approval. And at $0 this month, it's perfect pre-Halloween binge. On October 9th, Vampire the Masquerade: Reckoning of New York becomes free on the Epic Game Store with Amazon Prime Gaming. Set in the World of Darkness universe, this is a visual novel where every choice bleeds consequences. You're a newly embraced vampire navigating the political chaos of New York City's undead society, balancing humanity, hunger, and survival. It's heavy on atmosphere and storytelling, with multiple endings shaped by who you trust and who you bite. Fans of Vampire the Masquerade: Bloodlines will appreciate the lore ties and moral depth. Perfect for anyone who loves slow burn, dialogue-driven games dripping with style and tragedy. XCOM 2 also becomes available for free on October 9th with the GOG code on Amazon Prime Gaming. One of the biggest turn-based strategy games ever made, Earth lost the alien war, and now you're leading a scrappy resistance out of a stolen alien ship. Building bases, researching tech, and sending squads into tactical missions where every move counts. The pressure is brutal, the RNG is cruel, and every failed mission stings. It's also endlessly replayable thanks to mods and the War of the Chosen expansion, which turns it into a near-perfect strategy sandbox. Just be ready for those heartbreaking 95% misses that ruin your life. On October 16th, we're gonna have Empty Shell for free on GOG code with Amazon Prime Gaming. This one's for fans of grim, atmospheric horror shooters. It's a top-down action game with roguelike elements set in a decrepit industrial facility where something's gone terribly wrong. You're exploring flickering corridors, scavenging supplies, and piecing together the story through environmental clues and logs. Each run reveals more about the mysterious experiment that created the nightmare, blending survival horror tension with fast reflex combat. Think Dead Space meets Darkwood in pixel form. Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition with GOG on Amazon Prime Gaming on October 16th. The crown jewel of the Fallout franchise. Obsidian's writing is razor sharp, the factions are morally gray, and your decisions actually change the world. Sometimes hilariously, sometimes catastrophically. The Ultimate Edition includes every DLC: Dead Money, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road, and Honest Hearts. Each adds new areas, weapons, and ways to ruin your karma. It's one of those RPGs you can play a dozen times and still discover new dialogue or quests. Easily 100 plus hours of radioactive cowboy roleplaying. True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 1 also becomes free on October 16th with the GOG code on Amazon Prime Gaming. A hidden object horror adventure that's surprisingly chilling. You'll piece together the mystery of your missing sister while exploring haunted houses, creepy basements, and cursed artifacts. It mixes point-and-click exploration with cinematic storytelling, and the puzzles have that cozy but eerie charm and makes it great for late-night sessions with the lights off. It's more psychological thriller than cheap scares. On October 23rd, Fallout 3 Game of the Year Edition becomes free on GOG with Amazon Prime Gaming. The game that turned Fallout from niche RPG to pop culture icon. You emerge from Vault 101 into the ruins of Washington, D.C. and carve your own path. Hero, villain, or chaotic neutral wanderer. The Game of the Year Edition packs all 5 expansions including Broken Steel and Point Lookout. It's janky? Yes, but iconic. This is where Bethesda nailed the formula of exploration, storytelling, and blowing up mutants with a Fat Man mini-nuke. On October 23rd, Hellslave becomes free with Amazon Prime Gaming with the GOG code. This one's a dark, gothic dungeon crawler that lets you strike a deal with literal demons to save the world. Every decision, from skill choices to which Dark Lord you serve, changes your build and the outcome. It's got painterly art, oppressive atmosphere, and that satisfying just one more dungeon loop. Perfect for players who enjoy their RPGs bleak and their heroes morally questionable. Lost and Found Agency Collector's Edition becomes free with Amazon Prime Gaming on October 23rd, a lighter entry for casual gamers. A cozy hidden object adventure where you solve mysteries by searching through cluttered environments. It's relaxing and surprisingly polished, making it a nice cool down between all the apocalyptic RPGs and the horror titles in this lineup. Also on October 23rd, True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 2 becomes free with Amazon Prime Gaming with the GOG code. The sequel ramps everything up. More areas, more backstory, more scares. It continues the story directly from Part 1, expanding the mystery and upping the production quality. If you like the first one, this is a no-brainer to keep. Werewolf the Apocalypse, Part of the Forest, becomes free on Amazon Games app on October 30th. A narrative RPG set in the same universe as Vampire the Masquerade, but this time, you're fighting as a shape-shifting eco-warrior. The story branches depending on your rage, compassion, and alliances, letting you decide whether to be a protector of nature or an unstoppable force of destruction. Gorgeous visuals, sharp writing, and real choice depth make it a standout for lore fans. Also, You Will Die Here Tonight becomes free on October 30th with the GOG code on Amazon Prime Gaming. A hybrid of old-school Resident Evil gameplay and modern roguelike storytelling, every character can die permanently, and each death reshapes the story for the survivors. It's claustrophobic, intense, and full of clever references to 90s survival horror design. One of the best under-the-radar horror games this year. And finally, on October 30th, what becomes free is Halloween Stories, Horror Movie Collector's Edition with the Amazon Games app. A light-hearted hidden object adventure wrapped in cheesy Halloween B-movie energy. You'll jump between haunted theaters, cursed cameras, and over-the-top ghost stories. It's goofy fun, then pure terror. The perfect way to close out spooky season without losing sleep. So yeah, 14 free games sound great, until Becky from accounting finds out the Breakroom microwave's running slower because someone's downloading Fallout 3 through the smart fridge again. Anyway, enjoy the freebies this month before Amazon rebrands and the coffee machine starts asking for a Twitch login. This is Scruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.